The Ossie from Three Monkeys here. Let's start it again. Move this up a little bit. Okay. Hi everybody, this is Ossie from Three Monkeys. I'm just here on a Sunday in my kitchen doing a little bit of pedal board wiring, and I wanted to give you just a quick and dirty video on putting together a simple pedal board with the Three Monkeys DC solderless system and just how fast it is in comparison to any of the other solderless systems, or soldering for that matter. It is just a breeze. So I have a pedal board here and we're just going to get started. Here we go. Let's move this down. Okay. There you can see we've got a few different pedal boards. We've got a little power supply here. And over here I have my connectors. I've got a good length of cable from a kit, and the only tool I'm really going to need, which is this box cutter and a little piece of MDF that I can use as a little portable cutting board. Alright, so let's start, and we're going to start over here on the memory board, 9 volts. So I'm going to take my connector and screw it on. Okay. And it's on. Plug her in. Okay. We're going to place it in position. That looks good right there. And then I'm going to run this cable and dress it out to where I want it to be. We're going into this 9 volt tap right here. So right about there is where I want to clip it. So I take my blade, just chop it like so, grab myself another connector here, and see, just screw it on. And there you go. We're going to plug it in and just give it a quick test. And as you can see, the memory board's lighting up, so we're good to go. Turn off the power supply. We're going to dress this down, make it neat, like so, and then we're going to move on to the next pedal. Okay, the next one we're going to do here is this little EP3 booster that I made with some J-FETs. A J-FET rather. And it runs off of 18. So the next one right here, we got 18 volts, and I'm screwing up the connector here. Okay, that's on. Place it into the barrel. Lead it out. Same place. Looks like I want it about here. Get my little portable cutting board, set it up. Chop. Nice clean cut. Screw on your connector like so. Plug her in. Dress it out. Test it. No LED. But we know, as the light's still on, we're not shorted. We're working good. Alright, turn that off. Let's move on to the next pedal. Next pedal is this MXR 6-band. It's an old one, but I put a receptacle there for a DC connector. We're just going to screw on our connector again here. Okay, now we're going to lift this up a little bit so we can get at the port, screw it in, or rather plug it in, and we're going to pay out a little bit of cable here, get it to where we want. I would say probably right about there is where I would like to cut it. You may want to route it a different way. If it's your board, my board, I will route it this way. So I'm going to screw on my tip. Again, this one does not have an indicator LED on it, but as you can see, no short. We're good to go. Let's move on to the next. Grab my length of cable. We're going to do this phase 90. Give it a little chop, as I did forget which end I chopped last time, so we're going to give us a clean cut. We're going to screw on our cable. And it is in. We're going to find the port right on the side here. Plug her in. As you can see, I mean, it fits in there with the smallest of connectors. And leaves plenty of room for your signal connector. All right, we're going to trim it off right about there. So I'm going to put my little cutting piece of wood there and chop it. Now I'm going to screw this on. And this is going to the 9-volt side right here. The last 9-volt connection, as you can see, good to go. All right, now let's do the flanger. The flanger is an older MXR unit. It used to be an AC receptacle or an AC powered unit. I just stripped out the transformers, put in a couple of extra diodes, and it's now converted to run off a DC power supply 18 volts. So what I'm going to do now is screw on this connector, and we're going to go right here, and let's see, where do we want it? We'll put it right there. So right about there is where I want to cut it. Got it cut. Give ourselves our connector on the end here. This again is not a LED model. So as you can see, everything's still working great. Turn it all off. And we're going to do the final unit, which is this switching unit on the board right here. This has a buffer in it, so the buffer runs off of 18 volts. So we got that last tap right there, which is our 18 volt, final 18 volt tap. And we're going to screw it on. Okay, we're going to pay it out underneath right here. Move this out of the way, grab the connector into the port, and we're going to pay it out to about there. So I'm going to give myself a cut right there. Grab the last connector. Everything looks good. Screw it on. Place it in. Voila. She's good. So as you can see, we just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pedals in no time whatsoever. All of them were successful. So look us up and have a nice day.